latest generation of the Audi A6 is sticking to the design formula of the other models in the German maker's range. Therefore it's similar to the A4 and the A8, and although it's not ugly, it's not going to wow you as a design classic. We're currently running one as a long-term test car. The A6 has stiff competition from the likes of the Mercedes-Benz E-Class and the BMW 5 Series, but can the seventh incarnation of the A6 finally put its competitors in the shade? Audi A6 boasts a plush cabin. If there is one area where Audi excels, it is the quality of its cabins, and the A6 saloon is no exception. Every fitting, fixture, button and switch you come into contact with has a pleasing weight and action that leaves you feeling you have spent your money on a car that will last and last. The A6's cabin is also well insulated and the seats are very comfortable. Drive misses out on fun. The Audi A6 has made great strides in the way it drives compared to previous generations. The only fly in the ointment is so have all of the A6's rivals, which include the BMW 5 Series, Jaguar XF and Mercedes E-Class, a more fearsome and capable set of rivals. The good bit is the A6 rides well, albeit slightly on the firm side, and is suitably hushed at all speeds. Where the A6 cannot get on terms with the BMW and Jaguar is the feeling of precision in its handling and steering. For some, this will be of no consequence, but for many drivers the A6 misses that degree of enjoyment that marks out its key rivals. Even with quattro all-wheel drive, the Audi cannot get on terms with this pair of competitors, even though the four-wheel drive system endows the A6 with prodigious levels of grip in all conditions. High-performance Audi S6 saloon available in both saloon and Avant, estate, body styles. The S6 has a 450 horsepower V8 engine that makes for a 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint in 4.6 seconds. It's there to bridge the gap between the regular A6 and the ultra-powerful RS6 Avant, which is only available as an estate. Late 2016 saw the S6's single-spec range double with the addition of the Black Edition trim. Building on the spec of the standard car, the S6 Black Edition gains goodies such as 20-inch matte titanium look alloy wheels, Bose surround sound, black styling pack and privacy glass. Updates to Audi A6 engine and equipment in 2014. Revisions to the A6 came in 2014, and included a styling update, new lighting options, and engine and gearbox upgrades, as well as the addition of an efficient new Ultra 2.0-liter engine. The existing 3 diesel-powered A6s were given more power and now comply with Euro 6 emission regulations. The facelift also saw the retirement of the CVT gearbox, which was replaced by a redeveloped 7-speed S-tronic twin-clutch transmission in front-wheel drive models. Further range changes in 2016. In April 2016 another update was announced for the A6 range. The biggest news here was the introduction of SE executive specification in place of base spec SE. Across the range there were minor styling upgrades and the addition of Audi smartphone interface to the connectivity systems to allow for wide connection to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The verdict: the Audi A6 saloon is still among the better cars in its class, despite being launched long before the current version of its main rivals. There's something for almost anyone in a range, but all versions are nicely finished and have relatively efficient engines, meaning they don't cost very much to run. So is this car special enough to stand out in an extremely competitive market? Read on for our Audi A6 review to find out. There's a decent range of petrol and diesel power providing Audi A6 performance. Petrol engines opt for the 3.0-liter TFSI V6 Quattro and the performance ups a gear. It will take 5.5 seconds to get from a standing start to 62 miles per hour and has an electronically limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. That's quick for a car that weighs 1,740 kilograms. 3 gearboxes are available on the A6, a 6-speed manual for front-wheel drive, 8-speed Multitronic or 7-speed S-tronic. The Multitronic CVT and manual boxes are available on all front-wheel drive models, while the S-tronic comes as standard on the Quattro models. Introduced in 2012, the 2.0-liter petrol engine in the A6 comes with electric hybrid power to offer 242 bhp and drives through an automatic gearbox to deliver strong acceleration coupled to decent economy. Diesel engines. The diesel engine options in the Audi A6 saloon include a 174 bhp 2.0-liter TDI, a 201 bhp 3.0-liter TDI and a 241 bhp 3.0-liter V6 TDI. There is also the 3.0-litre V6 bi-turbo diesel that was added in early 2012 with 309 bhp. The largest seller will be the 2.0-litre diesel engine since it's the most frugal, greenest, and it also makes the car feel more nimble than the heavier 3.0-litre diesel units. The engines are remarkably refined and the stats are respectable. The 174 bhp 2.0-litre diesel engine will complete the 0 to 62 miles per hour benchmark sprint in 8.7 seconds, while it has an achievable top speed of 141 miles per hour. Engine updates in 2014. All 4 TDI engines, including a new ultra-efficient 2-litre diesel, were revamped to meet the limits of the Euro 6 emissions standard. The new 2-litre TDI Ultra, when paired with 17-inch alloy wheels and with the S-tronic automatic gearbox, should return 67.3 miles per gallon and 109 grams/km of CO2 in safe form, says Audi. This new engine brings the A6's BIC down from 18% to 17%, and road tax from band C to band B. It produces 187 bhp and 400 Nm of torque, taking the A6 from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 8.2 seconds. The 3-litre 6-cylinder TDI with 215 bhp replaces the existing 201 bhp version, and is available in front-wheel drive or quattro all-wheel drive. A 268 bhp variant takes over from the outgoing 242 bhp engine, and the top-of-the-range 3-litre TDI diesel bi-turbo produces 316 bhp, 7 bhp up on its predecessor. Both are linked exclusively to quattro all-wheel drive. New gearbox options along with 2014's engine upgrades came a raft of changes to the available gearboxes. While the bi-turbo diesel uses an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission, all the other V6 engines are now linked to a 7-speed S-tronic twin-clutch transmission. This replaces the 8-speed Multitronic CVT gearbox and helps to improve economy with fast gear changes and a new coasting function. The 6-speed manual gearbox, which is available as an option in the Ultra model, is a new lightweight, low-friction design. Recommends it's hard to look past the 174 bhp 2.0-litre turbo diesel engine and 6-speed manual gearbox for company drivers, though the Multitronic Auto doesn't hamper emissions or economy drastically, so is the one we'd choose. The A6 could be better. Audi claims its cars have advancement through technology, or as they like to call it, Vorsprung durch Technik. However, the A6 is still not as rewarding to drive as a BMW 5 Series or is it as cosseting as a Mercedes-Benz E-Class. The 2.0-litre variant is much better in the handling department when compared to the 3.0-litre powered car. The lighter engine makes the car feel more nimble and agile when cornering. Use the Drive Select system, and this enhances the driver to tweak the throttle, gearbox and suspension. You can vary the level of damping in the suspension with Sport, Comfort and Intermediate modes, but it doesn't quite have what it takes to provide the level of driving enjoyment offered by a 5 Series. The car is set up quite well, it has a firm ride and the chassis is good, but the big downside is the steering. Whether you tinker with the Drive Select or not, it feels vague and it is not as engaging as the BMW, which is a real shame. Stiffer sports suspension lowers the car by 20 mm, and that comes as standard when you choose the A6 in S-line trim. This gives the car better turn-in while grip levels are good. The quattro 4-wheel drive provides excellent all-weather traction, while the powerful 6-cylinder models with front-wheel drive can overwhelm, with front tires tending to wheel spin. With that in mind, it's probably worth choosing quattro where possible. The interior is extremely Germanic with all the gauges and switches in a logical order. The wraparound dash panel is very similar to that in the A8. The prominent materials are of a high quality and there are plenty of buttons to keep both driver and passenger entertained. The focal point is the MMI with its 6.5-inch retractable monitor and large central knob. This centerpiece gives easy access to the audio system, the Bluetooth phone interface and the SD card-based navigation. Audi A6 comfort levels are imperious. Being cocooned in the cabin of the A6 is a real pleasure. It is well insulated, and noise intrusion from the engine is minimal. A faint whirring can be heard at times. The car rides well over undulating surfaces, which means it's best on motorways, but it can still hold its own on B-roads. There is little road noise from the tires and the only intrusion is the wind. This is largely down to the large wing mirrors. The seats are well bolstered and the side supports hold you in well when cornering. Audi has offered the A6 in its usual say, later badged as say Executive, and S-Line trim since the car arrived in 2011, but in 2012 it also added the hybrid model, which came in its own standalone trim level until it was discontinued in 2014. In late 2016, a top-spec Black Edition trim level was also added, boasting enhanced styling and an upgraded sound system as standard. High-performance S6 and S6 Black Edition models are also available. All A6 saloons come with ESP, 6 airbags and a tire pressure monitoring system. A start-stop system is also included with all models. Standard Audi A6 equipment. The SE executive version of the Audi A6 saloon has 17-inch alloy wheels and Audi's dynamic suspension as standard, along with Audi Drive Select to let the driver choose between comfort, auto, dynamic and efficiency modes for the throttle response. An electric parking brake is also standard, as well as cruise control, driver information system, automatic headlights and wipers, electrically adjusted and heated door mirrors, electric windows all round, and Audi's parking system plus with audible and visual parking aids. Inside, the A6A executive has climate control, front center armrest, Milano leather upholstery, ISOFIX child seat mounts, manual seat adjustment for the front 2 seats, 60/40 split and fold rear bench seat, and Bluetooth phone compatibility. There is also Audi's MMI navigation sat-nav that comes with a 6.5-inch color display screen and MMI controller on center console. The sat-nav can also be worked by voice control. On top of all this, the S-Line models come with 3-spoke multifunction steering wheel, headlining in black cloth, front sports seats with 4-way electric adjustment, and Valcona leather upholstery. The S-Line also has 18-inch alloy wheels and sports suspension lowered by 20 mm all round, chrome exhaust tailpipes, xenon headlights with LED daytime running lights, LED rear lights, headlight washers, S-Line front and rear bumpers and side skirts, and a rear diffuser and boot spoiler. Upgrade to Black Edition trim. And aside from a swathe of styling upgrades, black radiator grille, 20-inch 5 twin-spoke matte titanium look alloy wheels, privacy glass, the changes from S-Line spec are minimal. You do, however, get a sporty flat-bottomed multifunction steering wheel and an upgraded Bose surround sound system. For those who need the extra speed, a premium S6 model is also available and built on the standard equipment offered by lower specs. Quattro all-wheel drive, S-Sport adaptive air suspension, high beam assist, matte black brake calipers and dual-branch oval twin tailpipes are all included in the S6's starting price, as are the unique 19-inch alloy wheels. In addition to the S6 standard equipment, S6 Black Edition cars benefit from upgraded 20-inch 5 twin-spoke design alloy wheels, Bose surround sound, black styling pack and privacy glass. Audi A6 saloon accessories. The Audi A6 saloon can be upgraded with metallic paint, 19-inch alloy wheel options, a sunroof, tow bar and roof rails to carry a bike or ski carrier. Inside, buyers can choose from different leather upholstery, uprated stereo system, DAB digital radio, and the sat-nav can be upgraded to Navigation Plus that has a touchpad that recognizes words as you write them. Facelift in 2014 brings new interior and lighting options. The 2014 update brought with it new lighting options for all A6 models. Xenon headlamps are standard for same models, while LED headlights with sweeping rear indicators are included with for S-Line versions and above. Available as an option across the A6 models from 2014 are matrix LED headlights. These use clusters of LED lights, which can be individually controlled to avoid dazzling other motorists and light the road more effectively. Lunar silver upholstery and headlining material was added for S-Line versions, and the dual-zone climate control was expanded to a deluxe 4-zone system. New gear lever designs and additional chrome detailing were also added. The MMI Navigation Plus system was upgraded with a new processor and touchpad, and a phone box, which connects your mobile phone to the car's antenna for improved reception, was added. There isn't a lot to worry about regarding Audi A6 safety. The previous generation of the A6 achieved a 5-star rating in adult protection, and the new model has no trouble meeting this same stringent level of crash safety. Standard kit includes front airbags with front deactivation, and side head airbags, seatbelt monitoring, anti-theft alarm device with tollway protection using inclination sensors, tire pressure monitoring display and ESP, electronic stability program. Options that could prove a hit with prospective buyers include night vision with pedestrian detection, rear side airbag, 75-litre fuel tank and active lane assist. Keeping your loose change for the car park meter is no problem because there are plenty of cubbies well within reach of the driver. Passengers in the rear will have lots of head and legroom, even those hitting 6 foot. The boot is fairly large and with the seats in place it has 530 litres. This fares well when compared with the BMW 5 Series, 520 litres, and the Lexus GS, 330 litres, but the Mercedes E-Class trumps the A6 with 540 litres of space. Fold the seats down and the boot will become a wide expanse of usable load room, 995 litres.